What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking about Eric Dickerson and if he's an endgame running back, because a lot of you guys are trying to figure out, what should I be doing with my power pass? Should I be utilizing it on Eric Dickerson? Should I be going with Saquon Barkley? What is the answer to the question? Now, we're going to go ahead and dissect a few things. Obviously, I believe that EA Sports has not given Eric Dickerson what he used to be. Does he still start with the freight train and he's a little OP? Yes, but he's not the same thing. I believe that he has been tuned just slightly. It just depends on how psychotic your opponent is. You'll go out in certain games and then all of a sudden, he'll be like nightmarish and then yours will be trash. Like he'll start fumbling. I see a lot of you guys writing comments like, yo, this dude fumbled 4 times in my game. Yes, it's true. The issue about that though, when you play a lot of these guys online, especially weekend league, when they fumble, they recover their own fumbles. Let me know right now in the comments how many fumbles have been recovered by your opponent when you dead to rights have them and you guys just stand around the ball. Those are the things that happen that make people rage uncontrollably, but we're gonna go ahead and focus on a few things. Number one, some of you guys are saying, should I get rid of other players to get to Eric Dickerson? Now, remember, it's a lot of cards that goes into a set in order to get him to this capability right here. 99 speed, 97 excel, all that stuff right there, right? If you have to spend over 1 million coins for a running back right now, it's probably in your best interest to either grind the game and kind of get away from spending the actual coins and use all of your power passes on one back so that when something else comes out, you can have the option. I would not recommend going crazy. The only reason that Eric Dickerson is still on the squad is because he's one of the guys that I chose not to get rid of during the NFL 100 promo. Remember, Emmitt Smith was trash. Barry Sanders was just, I don't know what he was doing, but his new card is probably going to be kind of crazy. Realistically, the reason that I'm letting you guys know this is because everybody's going crazy over the card, but you guys have to realize he's not endgame because he's not a gold 99. So look, this is what it is, right? When you look at a guy like Patrick Mahomes, it's not much more that they can do to any other quarterback that's going to make them more OP. Other than give Patrick Mahomes speed, maybe somebody will create a golden ticket with him, whatever. There's really nothing else you can do to Patrick Mahomes with the gold 99. Now, what I'm thinking is this. Everybody's last card is going to be very, very close to being upgraded to a 99 speed. Now, whether you want to believe that the speed is actually realistic, as a matter of fact, let me take off Indoor Baller. I don't even know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Because like with this, even with Indoor Baller, this guy's been kind of garbage. I might have to just give him clutch, bruh. Because the Indoor Baller low-key ain't doing anything. Let me remove this ability. No, I'm actually supposed to get the refund. I'm going to try clutch out. Because this one right here, bro, like it's still getting me, you still need like 4. And then the last time I went to the place, I needed like 5. I'm like, yo, what's going on right now? Like, that's just been a joke. But we may end up changing that anyway and just figuring it out. Probably going evasive or, whatever. Taking evasive off and figuring out what else is in his second tier because, armbar is trash. I tried it out. They really, like I said, it's a lot of things that are going on in the game that you really need to be, informed about. This dude right here is either going to be really great or he's going to suck. There's no in between. There's nothing else going on. For me, would I raid sell him right now? Probably not. But is there a chance I would raid sell him for another running back later? Like very, very soon. Like say they release LaDainian Tomlinson. LaDainian Tomlinson might be the answer to a lot of our problems because then we won't have to worry about the fact that I have an ability on my running back. You see what I'm saying? Like realistically what's going on with the game right now, EA is trying to figure out, in my opinion, how they can bring the pass back, but they're kind of not letting you get, full advantage of your wide receivers. Like Calvin Johnson still doesn't jump. If it's one-on-one, this man is 6'5", he's not jumping. A cockroach will pick him off in this game, but they give him some freaky animations every now and again. You know what I'm talking about? Like, it's like kind of weird. So I think what they're trying to do is figure out how they're going to make Madden 21 a little bit more sufficient. But we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the prices and we're going to gauge on, whether or not we should be making the move. Now, just keep in mind, right? If you already have Eric Dickerson, you probably have no reason to want to sell him, right? Because most of the time he's going to do what he has to do. Pretty much for me, I keep him on punt return, kick return, all that stuff. And he usually comes up, decent for me, right? Is he worth the coins though? See, this is the stuff that you guys ask me and I'm like, how do I explain to you guys that I don't want you getting rid of your better cards to get a card that in some games the dude's just gonna be trash. Like he'll get an animation when you're trying to truck somebody with his arm out and the ball will just be out but he won't fumble. Like it's like weird stuff that goes on with him. So I don't want you to think that you shouldn't be saving for something else that's coming soon. You should always make sure that you have some kind of, backup plan. Because remember, when you look at this right here, right, this guy's 281. All right. Now, this card right here being 479, you see how fast the price dropped on the card? The reasoning behind that is everybody understands. Look, this guy's getting bought because people are still going to create him, but he was at like 650, 700 when he first launched. People are starting to realize that it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, dudes are just going to, even with the freight train being activated, EA Sports recognized that people were complaining a lot, and they just made sure, like, yo, you know what? This dude is not going to be as OP. Just keep in mind, though, Saquon Barkley is your other best option. He also does not get chem to a total of a 99 speed like in green. Like the final thing, he does have the break tackle, he does have everything else going on, but he doesn't have some of the other things that go into it. So look, he's around the same price, and some of you guys are saying, yo, what should I do? You told us that this would happen, but how should we work with this? What are the best options? If I get rid of Saquon, or if I get rid of Eric Dickerson right now, that's more than likely going to be the highest price point of the running backs for for right now. Until, like I said, they release the next promos where it's going to be 98 overall card going to 99. Right now, as we sit here and we take a look at what's going on, we all should realize a few things. Number one, EA doesn't care. You know what I'm saying, bro? They're gonna make sure you know what's good. Like, you're gonna go out there. This dude right here is gonna get caught from behind by like Warren Sapp. Like when you have like a 20-yard head start on him. Things like that are gonna happen. That doesn't mean that he's not a really good running back. It just simply means that the way that they have everything set up right now and the way that they're tuning it, they're trying to create some type of a balance. Because that's really what I've been seeing in the game. Even with Weekend League, I went 20-5. And I can tell you, in certain games, Saquon Barkley was running like he had a lightning bolt stuck on his butt cheeks. And in some games, he couldn't even move. So something's going on. We just can't figure it out, but we will eventually. So with the way that it worked out, you can clearly see that, as I told you guys before, both of them are going to still stay around, hovering around the 500K mark. The question and the answer to what you guys are asking is this: should you invest right now? I'm going to tell you this like straight up. Their prices are going to probably stay, like I told you, between the 500, 450 range, whatever, unless another crazy running back is released very, very soon. Either way, you can take your time with the cards because you're still going to be able to make up a little bit more of it. The one thing that I want to make sure that everybody is aware of is the reason that we paid. Remember, we spent money for Saquon Barkley because we did the challenges, got the 95, and then completed the set before the kicker became like really overpriced. I told you guys to try to get it done as soon as possible. We have the option of selling this card and taking our 97 overall pass off of Eric Dickerson at any time. So we don't really have issues because we're planning it out perfectly. But again, when you're talking about endgame running backs, this is what I foresee, right? When the golden tickets are released, they're going to do something like this, because some of you guys are thinking like, yeah, bro, I'm not even going to power it up. I'm going to wait for the golden ticket. Let me tell you how ill EA Sports is. They may or may not give you the opportunity to get the 99 from Madden coach. And I don't think you could put the physical chem on it without the power up, right? So they're going to put you in a situation where you're going to need the power up for whatever card is the golden ticket anyway. So for some of you guys that are saying, yeah, bro, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I want you guys to understand something. Depending on the card that's released, you may still need the additional boost. So don't think that, everything's going to be okay. Because as far as I know, like the same way your rookie premieres were, they couldn't get physical chems. You're not going to be able to get a physical chem unless you power up that golden ticket. But I could be wrong. Maybe they give you the opportunity because it's such a rare card. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it does happen like that. But I don't think it's, like I said, I just have a feeling that whatever happens, you're going to still have to make sure you have the power up. Which is why, like I said, when you go back to like Bo Jackson's going to be very, very interesting. Because the only reason that guy stayed on the team for as long as he did was because he was one of the first running backs to go to a 99 speed without all of the additional, chems and everything else that was going on. So let's take a look at what's going on right here. Because this is what I want to point out to you. You see, like, he's a 95. Obviously, with the power up, he goes to a 96. So it only took 3. And then we put Sprinter, we put Brawler, plus Madden coach, and he was a 99. His next card, more than likely, if it's not the golden ticket, is going to be like 97 speed. More than likely, it's going to be a 99 gold. I'm just like, we have to just think about it like that, because I'm making sure you guys understand. You have options. The issue is, are there better running backs right now? Like, what are we going to do right now? Because remember, run meta, we know this. Like, the game is run meta. Like, dudes will come out like myself. Well, I have started to pass the ball a little bit more simply because, you know, Patrick Mahomes is insane. But you have to understand that the game is still run meta. So dudes are going to come out with, you know, several running backs, whatever, and run the ball almost every snap. This is what I need you guys to understand now. Are your investments paying off? Because realistically right now, I really want to raid sell Eric Dickerson. Like, I'm being honest with you. Like, it might be the next video. That dude might be gone, bruh. Like, I might rip his goggles off and just throw him out of the building. But at the end of the day, how much did I get for him when I got rid of him? Remember, Marcus Allen, look how fast we were out on him. And then you guys are like, yo, you crazy, bro, Marcus Allen. And then I got rid of him for $400K. A week later, he was $250. Everybody is understanding what's going on. Like, no matter what they try to mask with us, we can still see that these cards are not playing the same way. So right now, look at the opportunity that we have. Let me go through this with you real quick. The 97 overall, we saved it, so we got his last card free with our Power Pass. So if you press it, you'll see it was 97 overall Power Pass. That's the reasoning behind why that is the way it is. So we never spent that. But his other cards, we did spend on. So we could actually go ahead and take the 284, whatever, get everything else down with the training, and then see what happens with that. Or we can go get rid of Saquon. The problem is, you need at least 2 good running backs. And at this point right now, in my opinion at all, overall, this is my opinion. You need like these 2 running backs with 99 speed. Because once you go to 98, like Garrison Hurst, where's that idiot? I don't know. Like, he's hiding someplace. I don't know. He's garbage. I gotta find him, bro. Bro, where is he? Why is he all the way down? Hold up. He has to be up here. I think he's like a 90. There he is, Garrison Hurst, right? So he's a 98 speed, very, very agile, even though his, agility is down a little bit. But listen, let me just say something to you, bro. The 98 speed and the 98 Excel, you can see the difference with that little dip of speed as opposed to the other guys with 99 and 99. Like, Saquon Barkley, when he gets out in front, he got caught in one of my games of Weekend League that aggravated me, but he got caught by a 99 speed Taylor Mays. He doesn't usually get run down. So the reason that I'm pointing this stuff out is, a lot of these other cards are cheaper, much cheaper than going after Saquon and Eric Dickerson right now. So if you were to go ahead, and like I said, I have a 49er theme team, so he gets a little bit more boost, just so that we, point of order so you guys understand that. Is it necessary for you to go after Saquon and ED right now? Absolutely not. But I'm telling you, I'm just making sure you guys understand. You do feel the difference in the speed and the way that they move. Obviously, Saquon Barkley has 99 agility, so it's pretty much all good right there. But you do get a chance to kind of see the differences, with the drop off of the speed. What I'm waiting for is the first 99 speed, like straight. Like green, in green like that, like it's fully chemmed, no blue, straight green. And remember, we've been debating this for years now about what really matters. Obviously, if you chem up a spin move in previous Maddens, they would allow you to spin, but the speed just felt off. I think we're at that same threshold right now where we can't really tell what's working and what's not working, and every single game is different. There is no consistency within the gameplay, so we don't really know what's going on. And that's where we stand right now. So I'm not going to raid sell Eric Dickerson because I didn't spend for him. My situation would be I would have to raid sell Saquon. I just want you guys to understand, he's not endgame. Because I have a feeling they're going to keep nerfing Freight Train. Bro, I started the game off with Freight Train and got tackled with a hit stick animation with Deion Sanders. You know what I'm saying? Like, so something's going on and I don't understand it. But what I want you guys to understand is, if you did spend for Eric Dickerson, you might want to consider trying to figure out what you want to do. Keep the power up though, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Many of you guys should have 97 overall power passes by now, so you'll have the option of getting rid of them and getting your coins, whatever. But I feel right now that we definitely 100% need to have 99 speed running backs regardless. All right, now look, this is the other thing. Yo, I pass a lot. Why do I need all these running backs? Yo, whatever. Okay, you can put abilities on your wide receivers, and to be honest, they can't really do much without abilities. Like, Calvin Johnson will run a streak much better because I have streak specialists on him. They make it mandatory. The thing about it is, what is the point of the value of the card if you need to have an ability on him? That's my argument. Because Randy Moss, he can't run a streak. Like, yeah, and I want you guys to understand that this dude right here, the greatest streak runner of all time, in this game, if a guy is lined up off of him and he has a clean release, he'll still get caught. It doesn't make any sense. But this is what I want you guys to understand, though. Regardless of whatever it is, if I were to take the abilities off of Eric Dickerson and put it on Randy Moss, he probably would get open a lot more, even though they nerfed streak specialists a lot because of complaints earlier in the year. It's obvious that they nerfed it. These are the things that you guys have to understand. You got to be able to look and see and be just ready to move, bro. Because you guys laugh at me when I'm like, yo, I'm changing my team. But then low key, you guys be like, yo, he got a point though. Because that dude do be running around like an idiot. You guys just don't want to say it. You want to make me look like I'm crazy. But I guarantee you that everybody that's watching this video, if you played Weekend League this weekend, you were raging uncontrollably about the differences in the way the game is playing. So I just want to make sure you guys understand. My point of view with this is simple. Eric Dickerson can be rage sold at any point. And even if he gets a golden ticket, I'm going to hold on to his power-up pass or whatever. I'm not a power pass, but we're going to hold on to his power-up just in case. But I'm telling you right now, I'm starting to think that they don't want anybody playing with the players that start in rage like a superstar KO. They don't want you to start with your superstar X Factor anymore. I think they're trying to get people away from it because the way that it's not a real value. It used to be a draw when it first started with the NFL 100, but at this point, it's not a real value. So I think low key, like low, like under the ocean key, like they're trying to make us not want to utilize these cards, which is why Saquon Barkley may go insane in games and this guy sucks. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird, but we're going to figure it out. We're going to get down to the bottom of it. Together is nothing that we can't do. So we're going to figure it out. But if you really spent money for Eric Dickerson and you've already lost the 200K, you probably, it doesn't really matter at this point if you already lost the 200K. But if you waited, like I told you guys, and you get him now, I don't think he will go lower than about, maybe 4 or whatever. But like I said, there are other running backs that EA will have the option of releasing very soon that could even trump Eric Dickerson. I want to thank you guys and girls for watching. You have an unbelievable day. Until next time, one love.